Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to this GSA matchup. Cheese coming back again after that really rough upset just a minute ago. Hanging out in the booth with J Mill. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I watched the last race. It was kind of interesting IRL speedrun for internet for Cheese, but he's got a chance to redeem himself here.
Looks like we're gonna be getting right into this one. Hopefully, internet behaves for Cheese this time.
So, everybody's going to be asking because you're a part of Blue Esports. RockChalk, your boy, going up against Cheese. Blue Esports versus CounterLogic Gaming. So, is there going to be some bias in this?
Oh, there might be.
Okay.
No, no, I don't really believe in biased commentary, especially since I love both of these runners. I love Cheese and I love Rock.
Both really good runners. I'll tell you, you and I have had this conversation. Me and other commentators have had the conversation how it's so mental being in speedrunning. So I wonder how this is going to affect Cheese going into this match.
I think Cheese is a mature enough runner where I don't think it's gonna bother him too much in this one. It's a fresh start, fresh slate, so I think it's gonna be back to normal.
Hopefully the internet hangs out and doesn't go stupid again.
Yeah, I feel like that's what kind of ruined his mindset for that last race, but something you got to deal with. You have to expect the worst at all times, so can't make that an excuse to be a reason you lose.
For sure. Both runners knocking out Lakitu Skip really quick, heading into Bomb Battlefield.
Gonna more likely see Cheese go for Island Hop here again. He's been doing it in every race. So RockChalk's just gonna stay with Bomb Clip if I had to guess.
I mean, if you're consistent at it, I don't see why not. Cheese being one of those more consistent players. So I can see that. Yep. And that's exactly what's happening here. Super risky, but again, if it's something that you've sat there and grinded out over and over for hours,
Cheese will get it very clean.
Yeah. Very nice. Gonna put him ahead with that Island Hop, flexing a little bit here in the beginning.
Definitely getting a nice. It's around a 10-second time save, I think, unless they've figured out another time save since. But it's around a 10-second time save for Cheese so far in this race. Starting off at the first star, 10 seconds ahead is always comfy.
Oh yeah. Any of that wiggle room, especially if you got to be feeling good after getting that Island Hop. You've got to be feeling really good, really confident, kind of back in the game. I think what it's looking like now is Cheese is going to try to come back with a vengeance.
Oh, for sure. That's what I was saying. Like, he's gonna forget about that. He's not gonna let that bother him because Cheese is a mature enough runner. He's a veteran, so he's used to having bad runs every once in a while. So it's not gonna affect him too much. He'll be okay.
Good slide from RockChalk heading into Womp's Fortress just as Cheese is going to go on the Princess Peach's secret slide himself.
I didn't see the time that RockChalk got on the slide, but I'd imagine it was like a 12-9.
12-7 coming from Cheese here. RockChalk heading up in Womp's Fortress. Now, you've run for quite a while. It's kind of crazy. Womp's Fortress in particular, that's like the reset zone. If you're in a race, because you're in this tournament, obviously, and what do you do to keep your mindset going through Womp's Fortress, the place that that you can reset a lot in just regular runs? What do you do to keep going for little like small minor mistakes, things like that?
You just pretty much gotta do it one star at a time. You can't think about what's coming up or what you already did. You pretty much just have to take it one star at a time if you want to stay in a good mentality during a race. Because if you mess up one star or get too comfortable after doing a star correctly, you can just let that bother you.
You can, and it's that mind over matter. I got the chance to talk with Lunar Jump about it when he started racing, and It's such a different mentality. Such a different mentality. RockChalk missing Cannonless here. Having to go back up.
I think he already missed it once already.
He did. That texture setup not treating him well, and finally gets it.
Missed it twice, got a third try, not bad. Losing about 20 seconds in Womps already is pretty unfortunate.
I mean, what's your take on the whole sock folder versus texture?
I mean, personally for me, sock folder is harder, even though it's supposed to be the easy strat. It's just hard if you don't do it in runs every time. So if you get consistent with one strat and you do it for so long, like I've been doing texture setup for around a year. So like going back and trying to do a sock folder setup is pretty difficult because you're just not used to it. You're used to your muscle memory taking over. Oh, Cheese missing that blue coin right there. Pretty bad RNG. RockChalk getting amazing RNG, so.
And just falling right into place. Channeling that blue esports, that's what it is.
I know they might seem like they're a little more synced up right now, but they're not. Just because Cheese has that extra star from BOB. It might look like they have the same stars and everything, but...
Cheese. Turning a little bit early, having to go back and get that first coin. Grabbing the star and wrapping up his time with this 100 coin red coins. Yeah, Cheese is looking much better. Much better. Much more deliberate. But like you said, even in the last run, it comes down to Tippy. It always comes down to Tippy.
Yeah, and Tippy and Wet Dry World were probably the main reasons Cheese lost that race, though, honestly. He got flipped twice in Wet Dry World 100 and then hit an invisible wall for the triple jump wall kick. And then it's just, that's a good 25 seconds or so lost right there for him. So like, and then Rainbow Ride happened. He took that death on tricky triangles, failed Lakitu bounce 3 times, or twice, got it the third try. So like those time losses do add up, and we got the chance to see that last race.
And that's what we've seen so far in these Division 1 races is it's not really huge, major, massive mistakes. It comes down to like the smaller things. But looking really good. But RockChalk too. There's no sleeping on him either.
RockChalk is done with Womps. Cheese has just got the top of the fortress left, but he will come out with one more star.
Really,
we'll be able to see
really
where
solid.
they're at into CCM. We'll be able to see where they're at compared to each other.
Now, in this particular category, you know, outside of Tippy, what is one course that you kind of look out for? Something that kind of makes you a little bit nervous?
Besides Tippy, Basement is always a scary stage. Bowser stages are always a scary stage, or a scary part of the run, just because you can miss a cycle and lose so much time. But other than that, at Basement, you get SSL, you have to worry about pillarless. Depending on which route you do, you might have to do it twice.
Right.
Lava Boost can be troll sometimes. Sometimes you get stuck, you die. You can fall, get a bad angle. Like, anything can happen in Basement. It's a real crazy section.
And we've seen that. Oh, RockChalk looked like he missed that first, or one of the twins.
Yeah, he definitely missed one. Not that big of a time loss, though, for him.
You know, and I can agree with the Basement, and there's so many different route variations that we've seen throughout the tournament. I know that you guys talked about it a little bit in the last race where you've got Toxic Maze. I don't think I have seen any THI Reds throughout this tournament.
No, it's pretty much phased out. A lot of people just do HMC late now. It's pretty much the standard for 70 star, even beginning runners.
I know Punk A still sticks to that HMC early route. I don't know, maybe he's stuck in the old ways.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta be comfortable with the route that you're picking. Like if you're uncomfortable with the route, you're going to be uncomfortable the entire run, just dreading the fact that you have to do something different, and you're worrying about if you're going to remember or forget. So maybe in Punke's defense, maybe he's just more comfortable with it. He doesn't want to bother changing his route for a possible 1 second time save with optimal castle movement.
For sure.
Which, I mean, I can respect that. Especially with a top level runner like Punke like that. He showed that you don't always have to follow the standard, per se. RockChalk messing up, missing Shig cycle. Cheese gonna be pulling a comfy Shig here. So yeah, Cheese definitely in the lead, from what we can tell. So very, very small lead though right now.
Very
a few seconds.
Very small, but still pretty solid.
Actually,
you know, he's got one. He's 1 star ahead.
Second lead.
Yeah, because he's at least 1 slide star ahead. He's got 1 extra star for the island hop still.
Yeah, we'll be able to see when they enter CCM about the time difference that they have. She's definitely saved some more time over that Dark World than RockChalk.
Oh yeah,
just a few seconds.
The first very movement intensive course, and Dark World's scary. That's why RockChalk getting stuck on the door there.
Oh, Dark World's scary, all right. Just ask me. I died 5 times in a race yesterday and game over.
Oh wow.
So Dark World's definitely a scary stage, especially once, like, if you die once, it just gets in your head. Alright, so it was like a 1057, 1056 entrance into CCM for Cheese. So it's going to be a pretty big lead for Cheese right now. Cheese is definitely going to be going for CCM 17, I want to say. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to really see what he went for last race, just due to the internet problem.
Yeah, RockChalk does look ahead, however, he is not, because he had to go back and get that.
He doesn't look quite ahead anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
It's probably about a 25 to 30 second lead for Cheese.
Cheese missing the penguin, falling down, having to jump back up and grab that penguin once again. This is RockChalk's coming in. Yeah, Cheese has got a pretty solid lead right now.
Yeah, it's a pretty big lead, actually. Definitely a little bigger than I would have thought.
Still
look a little synced up right now. Still a star apart.
So you think Cheese is going to go for CCM 17? What about RockChalk?
Yep, Cheese is going for CCM 17, and RockChalk will probably do CCM 17 as well. And he'll more than likely go for Tamaples for both times, if I know RockChalk. That's just what I'm used to seeing him do, at least. I do watch him quite a lot, as you know, I am part of the team with him. So
my question is this: what's scarier to you, doing Pillarless twice or just facing the penguin?
Definitely Pillarless twice, just because you can die out of nowhere on play. You can get one angle that's a little bit off and end up messing up. All right, yep, both runners going for CCM 17 here, so we'll be able to see the comparison out of CCM, the exact time difference. It's a pretty hefty lead for Cheese.
It is,
because he's done with CCM 100 now, basically. And RockChalk's just now entering the slide.
Yeah, he's kind of come back with a vengeance. Only small mistake that I've seen was not catching the penguin falling down, but that's seconds, if that.
All right, a 13-18 fade out for Cheese. So we'll mark that down and we'll see what RockChalk gets. Ooh, getting a little bounce, getting a little froggy.
All right. Cheese headed to Big Boo's haunt. RockChalk's gonna have to count on Cheese making some mistakes. Like the issues in Wet Dry World. Anything can happen. Invis walls in TTC, invis walls in TTM.
Alright, so I didn't see what time he faded out actually, but it's about a 40-second lead.
All right.
He had a really big lead for Cheese right out. Like, this is a really big lead to have at the beginning.
His fade out's a 14-20 off of that Big Boo's balcony star.
I'll try my hardest to actually.
All right. But RockChalk has got some really solid movement.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the top runners for sure. I wouldn't say he's like one of the best to ever play it, but he's definitely a top runner in my mind. Mainly in 120 star in comparison to 70, but still a really good 70 star runner. He's got that 50. It's like a 50-58, I think, if he hasn't PB'd since. Maybe even a mid 50 by now.
All right, we're going downstairs, down to the basement. No punch grab from Cheese. I'm kind of surprised.
And punch grab can be a little risky. Maybe he's just wanting to play it safe, keep comfortable.
I mean, I don't really blame him. You know, you've got the lead, and I've kind of talked about this with other folks as well. Are you watching the race while you're racing? Oh,
There's certain segments maybe. I don't think I ever sit there and just watch the entire race while I'm doing it. Maybe I'll glance over here and there. She's losing a pretty good amount of time here.
that's what we talked about earlier.
Yep, and RockChalk missed the punch grab, so he's gonna have to catch Mips on his way to DDD. All right, we'll see if RockChalk does go for Tomoples here. Oh, he's missing the bomb too. All right, definitely not what Rock needed. He needed to capitalize on that. All right, she's just going for a normal single jump here, playing it super comfy. Pretty good secrets movement. Pretty standard. All right, RockChalk getting this Tomoples, and he does get it. Oh, the ground pound giving us some troubles. He's in though.
Speed is everything.
I mean, he didn't really save as much time as he should have, but just because of that ground pound into the pyramid can be a little tricky sometimes.
All right, Cheese going up for his second attempt here at Pillarless.
Gets it really clean that time. RockChalk getting a medium bomb. Still gets Tomoples with a medium bomb though. So it's still faster than doing a normal plus. Very small though, it's around the same time.
Getting hung up there a little bit.
It's not too bad for RockChalk. Cheese getting the good bounce.
Looking solid though. You know, we've only seen that large mistake from Cheese, the bomb blowing up, and him getting the ledge grab as he's going to the top of the pyramid star. But other than that, not too bad of an SSL. He was able to back it up really well. RockChalk going for his bounce right into Klepto.
Yeah, it's going to be a little hard to see their time difference until after DDD now, just because RockChalk did miss Mips. So he's going to have to grab Mips on his way to DDD. So it's going to change their times a little bit.
Going for all of the stars here in Lethal Lava Lands with the exception of the 100 coin star. I always found it really interesting, the order that people do these stars. It almost seems like it's in twos.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just pretty much easier that way for your mentality, just so you remember what star you're doing. You just get you group them together, and that way you pretty much group them by difficulty, honestly.
Oh!
Once you find more difficult. Like RockChalk here may find the bullies a little difficult, so he goes for those first, over doing the volcano stars first.
One more burn would have been a death for him on that big bully star. Cheese going to tackle the bullies himself now.
Ooh, doesn't get that side flip though. Oh my, the bully trolling him a little bit here. Giving RockChalk that cushion again. Not saving any time on RockChalk there.
RockChalk almost with the triple.
Oh my god. These bullies are not friendly today. They're definitely bullying them.
Just a little bit.
Not giving them that leeway that they need.
Cheese going to face his bullies now. No, like you said, to me the more difficult stuff's coming up with Cheese not getting the triple either, but was able to kick off fairly quickly. But you know, Lava Boost is coming up, which can be super troll sometimes.
RockChalk messing up his movement there for the wing cap. Losing a few more seconds on Cheese there, as Cheese saves some more time on the bullies.
All right. Cheese is going to be heading into the volcano now.
Gotta be doing Lava Boost first, if I had to guess. Usually always get that one out of the way first.
Yep.
Oh, he got burnt midair. I don't think
was...
I've seen that before.
And what?
He almost took a death. Oh, he did.
He did. But it almost looked like he
took pulls. He's just gonna stand there for a second, contemplate his life. Gonna be risking it all here.
Wow.
Does make it though. That was really close. Gonna play it safe on the poles. Cheese gets up there now as well.
Oh, he fell!
Oh my god. And died again.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness, this is where Cheese could start losing his momentum. Momentum is a huge thing in this game, whether you're a momentum runner or not. It can affect you in the slightest ways. Oh no.
Took another death.
This is exactly what RockChalk needed. Cheese having a lava land meltdown.
Good god.
It's really hard to back up Lava Boost, honestly. Once you fail it once, it's really hard to re-enter and get it again.
Oh, missed the star. Right. Dove right next to it.
One more star and Cheese will be out of Lava Land, which I'm sure he'll be glad to be out of Lava Land. Put it behind him. Forget it happened. Move on. And we'll see if he'll be able to do that.
We are much, much closer now. You know, RockChalk still got to go get that MIP star, but much, much closer to what it was.
RockChalk getting burnt by the Reds. That's pretty rare to see somebody mess up Reds, honestly, like this. Just gonna take his time.
Looks like I'm running.
So yeah, Cheese is definitely still in the lead by a little bit. Just because he has that MIP star. It's gonna be a few seconds because Rock will have to capture MIPs and then go through his text boxes. Missed MIPs. So that's giving Cheese that even bigger cushion there. Probably around a 15-second cushion, 20 seconds.
Wow.
Which is definitely better than the 50-ish seconds that they had going into Lava Land.
Oh yeah. But I mean, that's how quickly the tides can change in these matches. Things that seem more comfortable because you're just kind of doing them, I guess. We talk about that muscle memory, but then you have to be able to adapt when things happen.
RockChalk could have actually been in the lead if he didn't get burnt by the Reds in Lava Land and didn't miss MIPS again. He could have actually went into DDD with the lead.
All right, Cheese wrapping up his chest here. DDD doesn't typically give Cheese a whole lot of issues. I know he's really good, especially with the Manta Ray being able to back through the ring. And
yeah, the Manta Ray is pretty much the only difficult star in DDD. Just because if you do miss too many rings, it's really hard to back up. So that's pretty much the only challenging star in Dire Docs.
Going for the sub now. Going for front sub. What is the time save front sub versus the rear?
I want to say it's really minimal. I'm not sure though. I don't want to spread false claims.
But, you know, I mean, it is minimal, but the risk is there. You know, we've seen like 16-star runners, Aki and those guys go through and accidentally mess it up and end up messing up the run.
RockChalk catching some dust there to the point where he didn't have enough speed to do a rollout. Punched the air instead, letting out some aggression.
Very quick Manta rings from Cheese here.
Yeah, it's probably going to be around a 20-second lead for Cheese.
And you said RockChalk's PB is a mid 50, right?
I want to say it's a. I know it's a 50. I just don't know the exact seconds. The last one that I knew of was like a 50-58 though, or a 50-57. I mean, that was the last one I knew of, and that could still be his current one. That's the one on the leaderboards.
Cheese looking really good at this point.
So
he dove off.
She's not going to be catching that cycle now. It's going to be really close.
This could give RockChalk that opportunity that he needs.
She's not going to make that early cycle.
Nope.
So RockChalk could, in fact, take this lead here with a good ending. It's going to be getting Lapa boost early at least.
Saving a ton of time. Cheese getting burned.
Saving that time over Cheese.
Wow.
Oh my. RockChalk is right behind Cheese now. Oh, RockChalk just got ahead of Cheese, just like that. Just like that. Fire Seed changed the tide.
Wow. Just missing that cycle and getting burned. I mean, that's all it took. That's huge. That is absolutely huge.
Huge momentum shift for RockChalk right there, I believe, if he's watching. Now we got to make sure like he just stays confident, doesn't get nervous or shaky. Just stays out of his own head and just plays the game. And he can come away with a win.
Both runners finishing up their second meet with Bowser here. You know, it's kind of funny to watch runners that have done this for such a long time, and then they accidentally miss here, and it's such a huge time loss. Huge. All right, we're gonna be headed upstairs. Wait, RockChalk getting a bonk there, putting Cheese back into the lead. I really wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Looking good. RockChalk starting off with 100 coin. Cheese going to go ahead with this triple jump wall kick. He does land it. Going for this elevator star. And back in. RockChalk looking pretty solid getting to this 100 coin. Not too many issues coming here. I know that Cheese kind of struggled a little bit in his last race, but it was specifically with that triple jump wall kick.
Also on the 100 coin. The 100 coin trolled him a lot, getting flipped and then hitting a Visa wall. Probably lost like a solid 20 seconds.
It's really interesting to watch too, because I know a lot of people do. RockChalk not able to grab the chuck yet, but playing it really safe.
A little rude.
But
almost gets shocked there.
But knocking it out, that 100 coin, getting it done and over with. Cheese didn't want to give up that. Yeah, he did not want to give up that little safety coin.
Decent RNG there from the Skeeter. Let's see. Box RNG was really well for him as well. Let's hope he doesn't get flipped here again. He's not going to. Definitely looking better this time around for Cheese compared to last race. Didn't hit the invisible this time. Looking good. Alright, RockChalk does go for the triple jump wall kick and nails it. So not going to be letting Cheese have any of that time save there.
It's kind of blow for blow at this point. Both of these guys are so close. Cheese not worried about RNG and got great RNG out of the Chuckya.
Love to see it. Oh, that was a really close. That was a really close fall right there. Alright, RockChalk not getting it the second time. Gonna back it up by going all the way around. Not too much of a time loss.
Nabbing top of the town. Cheese has still got just a little bit of a lead right now.
Should just be one more star for each. Oh, Cheese getting caught up a little bit there. That's a little awkward. Yep, Shocking Arrow Lift's going to be the last star for both of them. Cheese with a 30-34 fade out. RockChalk right behind him. Going to be about 8 seconds behind him or so. So this is still a race, given the mistakes that happened there. A few minor mistakes.
I'm surprised. I mean, there was such a large lead in the beginning.
And it all shifted in basement.
And then it all shifted. Yep, just like you said.
Because basement's a scary segment in the run, and no matter what run you're doing. 16, 70, 120, it's a pretty sketchy segment. RockChalk struggling here. Struggling to get these secrets.
Up.
Getting burned, losing a lot of time. Does get that third one finally.
Up.
He's dropping some noodles here. Backed that up really well, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that before. Wonder if he does that normally or if it's just instinct. Oh, Cheese with a really weird angle here. Still gets it though, really nice. Oh, the ground
misses the ground pound there. You know, and that clip is kind of weird because you can end up getting caught up in the water and then losing more time than if you'd have just gone around.
You can also end up going under the water and dying, which is really unfortunate if that were to happen.
Are you speaking from experience right now, J-Mill?
Yes. It's very unfortunate when that happens.
Cheese breezing through these piranha plants. I think I've only seen one runner so far go for the kind of backward strat where you get the double kill. I think that's Bro Mario is the only one that I've seen consistently do that in races.
Oh, going counterclockwise or whatever. Pretty standard piranha kills here for both runners.
I do see, 50-57 is what's currently posted for RockChalk for 70 star.
Yeah, the only reason I remember that time is just because he bopped me by 1 second.
The 1 second bop.
The worst type of bop. Ooh, Cheese! Losing some time here, getting caught in the current, gonna have to swim all the way back down. That's a pretty big time loss there, actually. Not used to this movement here.
Yeah.
Does get readjusted. Zipping through the reds now.
Yeah, he is.
Very clean after that current mistake.
RockChalk going for the box here.
Alright, really clean.
Yeah, it always
close again, just due to that mistake by Cheese.
It always amazes me. TTM Reds are just how
It's such a beautiful movement. It's like movement-based star. She's getting caught there on the insta clip.
Oh,
Yeah, with that, with the breathtaking view from the bridge star right there, you got to be careful you don't get a firstie on that second wall kick if you don't get one on the first. Because if you get a firstie on that second wall kick, you're gonna fall all the way back down and lose probably like a solid 20 seconds.
going for the clip once again.
They look neck and neck right now, but it's kind of hard to tell just because their star order. Star order is a little different. Cheese went for reds first, and RockChalk went for the box jump first.
I mean, still, I'm kind of in awe at those reds because it was very quick, and you normally eat a lot of lag there.
All right, here comes a breezeless attempt for Cheese. We'll get it.
It makes it look easy.
Breezeless attempt for RockChalk now. Also makes it look easy.
See, blow for blow at this point.
Really good race we have on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. I also just noticed that RockChalk did save a little bit of time on the breathtaking view from the bridge as he got the first tee.
Oh!
Cheese also dying right there, so RockChalk back in the lead, it looks like. We'll see, though. Oh, missing that red, though. Might not be. We'll see how this plays out here. Looks like Cheese is definitely in the lead still, yeah.
Yeah.
If RockChalk could have performed well on this last star, he would have taken it.
It's so close. It is so close.
Oh yeah, they're within 10 seconds of each other still.
Going into Snowman's land.
So ever since Cheese gave RockChalk that opportunity to catch up, RockChalk has not let it go.
He is not.
He refuses to let that lead go.
You know, to me, after the Snowman's head star here, it's almost like you get a little bit of a breather until you go up to Tippy.
Yeah, that was a really good Snowman's head from Cheese. We'll see if RockChalk can do it as well. Yeah, SSL is pretty free for the most part after Snowman's head when you do HMC late. Pretty easy. Cheese getting the clean box ground pound there.
Looking really, really good.
See if RockChalk can do it as well. Oh, apparently RockChalk went back into TTM on accident.
Rip.
Don't know how I didn't catch that. Must have been looking at Cheese's gameplay for a minute. So maybe that's why the time difference is like it is.
Unicorn Dev going off, gifting tons of subs to twitch.tv/speedrun. Thanks, Uni.
The madman. The developer of all unicorns.
See, and this...
So Cheese a whole star ahead at this point.
Here's the thing, though. Like, what is your thought process? All right, you've got the hard stuff kind of out of the way. Your run's almost over, and you're about to go into Tippy.
The run's about to start.
Right. What are you thinking about going into like HMC, knowing?
Well, the first thing after you get out of SL is you only focus on getting MIPS. That's the first thing you need to focus on, which Cheese does. Because the second MIPS is a little weird on the US version when you're used to only getting the first one. So once you do the HMC late route, like getting used to the second MIPS' speed is a little uncomfortable to learn at first if you're not used to it from 120.
Because is it not the same speed?
So yeah, the second MIPS is actually faster than the first MIPS on the US version. On the Japanese version, I believe it's fast on both occasions. Which is the same speed as the second MIPS in the US version, if I remember correctly.
Triple box jump.
Very clean. Just about a, I'd say it's about a 20-second difference here for Cheese.
But we know, the last race, Cheese just had so many issues with lack of 2 bounce. Tricky triangle, took a death on tricky triangles.
Right. I don't think it'll affect him in this one, but we'll have to wait and see if maybe it's still lingering a bit, it's still a little fresh in his mind. So we'll just have to see if that's going to affect him or not. He might be thinking, last race it kind of ruined it, so this time I'm not going to let that happen.
Right.
But you never know. In this game, anything can happen at any given point, no matter what you're doing, PB attempts or a race. The game's just so unpredictable of what's going to happen sometimes. Especially with like the invisible walls, and they can come out of nowhere sometimes. One death in Rainbow Ride could put RockChalk back in it though.
Oh yeah.
And it could be a rather quick death even, like Cheese could even just die on the triple jump wall kick at the start and it would put Rock right back in it. Alright, one more star here for Cheese. RockChalk still has 2 more to go. And then it'll be time for Tippy. Tippy time.
Tippy time.
The Tippy time is...
That's what separates the men from the boys here in SM64. All right, Cheese should have 1 more star here to get in HMC.
Oh no, she should be done. Yeah, he'll be heading up into Tippy. RockChalk wrapping up his final star.
Good Rolling Rocks RNG though.
Really good. All right,
I don't know if it's now. I don't know if it's luck or what, but
so Cheese's movement to actually enter Rainbow Ride is actually really, it's really cool. I actually enjoy it. It's kind of hard for me to do per se. Like this dive he does right here, you have to manipulate Mario's speed to actually an angle to be able to dive straight in there. His movement here is also really unique for lack of 2 bounce. Normally you only see 2 different ways, but Cheese changing the game as always. Good wall kicks.
Much better. Yeah, I don't think he's he's not taking no for an answer here in Rainbow Ride.
Yeah, just like I was predicting. I mean, the type of runner that Cheese is, he learns how to let go of things that happen in prior runs.
Oh,
RockChalk does not know how to let go from letting go though.
I see that, and he misses the wall kick there.
Really nice angled wall kick there though to back it up. Cheese definitely taking a comfy lead here now though.
Oh yeah,
spilling the beans. This is what Tippy does best.
Oh.
RockChalk not sure what he's doing here. None of us really are. I think he's confused. We're confused. What's going on, man?
That's kind of shocking. There's like a double dive at that point. She's looking much more solid here in Rainbow Ride. Good reds. It's going to come down to TikTok clock.
And Sky, of course.
Oh, dreaded Sky. Oh, and he misses it again.
This looks like Cheese last race, honestly.
It does.
Looking a little shaky now on RockChalk's half. Maybe he's a little nervous. Maybe he caught a glimpse of how close he was to Cheese if he wasn't watching the entire time. Tippy, nerves definitely playing.
Yep.
Cheese getting burned. Knows how to avoid falling off though and just have to do some jumps.
And that's the thing. I don't know if I'd, and I've been in races, of course, but I don't know if I'd want to sit here and watch the opponent. I kind of want to just like put my head down and say, all right, I'm just going to do the best that I can.
All right, RockChalk looks like he's going to get it this time. He does. A really quick grab on the pole. While Cheese is already in TikTok clock. Really fast movement
Wow.
so far. Oh, and then get
You
shocked.
got it.
Had to ruin it. The commentator curse.
She's looking really good so far. You know, he did get
Definitely-
amped, but
Definitely not wanting to lose again. Lost to Liam. Doesn't want to lose to RockChalk now. Especially back to back. That would probably be crushing to his motivation for the run, I bet.
oh, he gets
There's that
invisible.
There's that invisible.
I
That
was
one's
just
not as
thinking.
bad as some of them, though. That one's a little more forgiving than some of them. There's actually one right there before you dive to that box. You can hit and fall all the way down.
Oh,
It has the chance to kill you or knock you all the way down to the starting platform.
super scary though. I mean, you get that pit feeling in your stomach, like, oh my god.
Right, so now they're a whole TTC 100 apart, so that's about a minute. About a minute time difference between them now.
She's very deliberate. Hitting the pendulums.
Really good pendulums.
Yeah, solid movement all the way up.
See if RockChalk avoids this invisible. He does.
He does, yep.
Saving a little time there on Cheese, but not gonna be too much. Alright, rolling to the cage, coming up for Cheese here, looking pretty clean, and it is.
Really solid though. You know, and I know Cheese has been playing quite a bunch of 70 here recently.
He's definitely been trying to reclaim that world record that Tago took from him.
It's tough though. It's super tough. I think Tago set like 2 frames behind him for a couple of weeks. So close.
I don't even know if like once he got it though, like he beat it by a few frames or whatever, and then
He did it again.
Not even too long after that, like I don't remember the exact. I think it was a day or two after that he beat it by 3 seconds.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a huge confidence boost. Because speedrunning is hard. Speedrunning is tough. It's a game. Yeah, you're playing the game. You're trying to run as fast as you can, but it's your mind. You're going against yourself.
It's definitely a huge mentality thing for this game, especially.
Oh, she's having some issues.
She's not sure how to jump into the flop here. Struggling a little bit. Maybe the years of running has finally gotten to him. Really good red so far from him. Wouldn't expect anything less though.
All right. We just have to see what's going to happen up here in Sky. Anything can happen.
It's going to take quite a lot though for RockChalk to be able to come back and win this one.
I mean, stranger things have happened, you know. Missing, moving right.
The race isn't impossible to win for RockChalk. It's just going to be a little challenging. Gonna need Cheese to make a lot of mistakes, and he'll have to play perfect.
She's looking solid so far.
Cheese's guys usually don't go too poorly though. Really nice speed kick over the gap right there. Going for moving right side here.
And he got it.
Clean. And a nice triple jump up. Yeah, this one's looking pretty wrapped up. She's gonna have to miss a lot of throws here to give RockChalk this race.
The whole sky ahead. But I mean, this race has gone back and forth. It's kind of phenomenal.
Yeah, it was definitely a good race. A few upsetting things there happened for RockChalk that ended up costing him overall, but Cheese already missing a throw, though. He's going to have to miss a handful more. Really impressive showing, though, for RockChalk, only having a 50 and then coming out and competing with a prior world record holder like this.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with Cheese, the person who held it for so long. Like, his world record stood for so long. Cheese will wrap up with a 49, though. Just barely scraped in with a 49.59.
Moving left side, coming from RockChalk. Let's see if we can get Cheese himself in here. Cheese.
Hello.
Much better showing for this race. What were you thinking going through? I mean, I know, and J-Mail kind of commented on it as well, that you don't dwell on prior races or anything like that. But, you know, we had a little bit of spaghetti there, but overall much better than the last race. What were you thinking?
I think that I've eaten a lot of pasta recently, so I was dropping all the spaghetti today, so I didn't feel for it.
Right.
Yo. GG Cheese.
Hey RockChalk. GG's.
Yeah.
I think you guys caught me on a. It's one of those days for me, and didn't perform well today overall. It's a very off day, I guess, but I tried. There were a lot of small things that I think a lot of runners go through this, but each runner has their things that they tend to mess up a lot, and they have to think about every run they do. Kind of remind themselves, oh, remember this thing. And there are a few of those things around the run. One of them in Fire C, the mistake I made in Fire C with the jump dive with the weird angle.
Yeah.
I've done that since I first began playing this game in 2014. I always have to remind myself every run, watch out for that jump dive. And I kind of just, I forgot about it this run and I did it again. And then TTM Reds is the same thing where I jump dive in the water. I always seem to do that in practice, and I always have to remind myself, watch out for that. And I just forgot about that as well. And then so a lot of that happened, but the tippy was amazing. Tippy was like,
oh yeah, so much better. And
Definitely went better this time.
Yeah. And the TTM Reds, you backed it up really well. It was super quick, not a whole lot of lag. Really well.
Yeah.
RockChalk finishing like not too far off his PB though.
Yeah,
it's pretty
RockChalk.
Yeah, surprisingly, I don't ever look at my timers during these races. I just like play, and this one felt really bad. But it's the best one I've had in this league.
Do you still have a 50-57?
I have a 50-45.
Oh, okay. So you were only 22 seconds off your PB.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I
mean, still not. I mean, I think I'm a lot better than a 50-45, but yeah, close to my PB. And I think the thing is, like, there was no huge mistakes really. Just like I felt like every star I messed something up. So it's kind of frustrating. Like I couldn't get on a roll really. It ever felt like. But
well, you were starting there for a little bit. You were pulling back and forth with Cheese there throughout the middle of the run. You guys were tossing the lead back and forth after.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was land errors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, lethal lava lands.
It was so rough.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened. That was the weirdest thing. There were like 3 things that happened that were insane, and it all happened within like 30 seconds. Yeah, I got burned in the air, and I was dumbfounded. I was like, "What just happened?" I can't.
The same thing.
I can't like collect my thoughts on what just happened, but I just need to keep going, and I died. But then the second death was also weird. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah,
but
that was
the second death. Like I bonked with almost full health, but when I hit the fire, I was dead. So I need to check back and see what happened because I don't know how I died there.
And I've never seen somebody get hit midair by that little flame.
Yeah.
So that it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, my LL wasn't good either. That must have been something to see.
And both
Yeah,
of you guys
Reds.
fell down on lava boost. And
Yep.
I've done that almost every race. Like I keep getting the lava boost and then I fall on the poles every time. So frustrating.
And RockChalk, you had a couple of issues with Red specifically in Lethal Lava Lands as well.
Yeah. Well, I usually do that before the volcanoes, and I like forgot it this time, so I had to do it last. And I don't know if that just threw me off or what. But yeah, it took me like
yeah, you were
35
actually
seconds to get those.
You were
right.
in the lead.
Those Reds, you were in the lead by
It
about
was
2
terrible.
seconds, and then the Reds happened and took it back.
Yeah, that's about as slow as you could do. Like if you tried to go as slow as possible,
Then
that's
of
about
course missing
about
Mips
right.
twice was.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't ever miss them very often on English, so I didn't know how to back it up really.
But ultimately, pretty solid. RockChalk, I was commenting on your movement, and I only saw what your PB is. It's posted on speedrun.com, the 50-57 now, and I'm like, wow. I mean, he's blow for blow with Cheese right now. I think you're right. I think you're 50-45. You're definitely way better than that for sure. Because
Yeah, you were literally going right like neck and neck with Cheese for the majority of that race.
it was great.
That's good. Must have been fun to watch. I'm happy with
Super
that.
It was
entertaining.
definitely a fun race.
Yeah, that's all you can ask
Yeah.
for.
Speaking of fun races, we have another action-packed race coming up next between Benny, the legend, and Liam Kings.
I love Benny.
Awesome.
Everybody loves some Benny.
Yeah,
Benny versus Liam Kings coming up next. Going to be a hot one. Make sure everybody stays tuned for that.
Thank you again, gentlemen. And we'll see you guys again next time. J-Mill, thanks for hanging out in the booth. And yeah, I'm ready for this next race.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.